wisdom,
prudentia,
justice,
justitia,
temperance,
temperantia,
courage.
fortitudo.
Applying ancient philosophy to modern life. This is the Sunday Stoic.
And now, what it might be like to be in the mind of a Stoic. Okay, I'm on the way to work. Hey, I'm running a little bit early today. That's nice. Oh, a traffic jam. Now I'm going to miss the meeting with our new client, Mrs. Johnson. I won't be able to impress my boss, and I'll probably get fired. No. That is just an impression. Do not catastrophize. We always have options. And what options do I have? Let's see. I'm going to be late for work. That is not in my power, but what can I do about it? Well, I can call and cancel the meeting, but that might not be the best plan. I can try to postpone the meeting, but Mrs. Johnson is a stickler about promptness. I don't want to lose her contract if I can help it. What is the best option? I know. Mrs. Johnson always carries an old flip phone. She doesn't use a lot of the modern technology available to us in the conference room. If I do a video conference with my phone from the traffic jam, I can still solidify our contract, and we might just come across as being on top of things, maybe even a little futuristic. That might impress her. If we do this video chat, it might just work out. All right, now to knock this out of the park. Hopefully I have cell phone connection, and I'll make this contract after all. Fate permitting, of course. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Matthew for joining as a patron this week. He has joined the secret society of the Sunday Stoic. You can too. Find out how by going to www.patreon.com/Sunday Stoic. Thank you for joining the Sunday Stoic podcast this week. I'm Steve, and on this week's show we'll talk a little bit about Epictetus and the power of choice. No matter what situation you find yourself in, you always have the power of choice. The options available to you may not be those that you might have preferred, but you still have choice. You can choose between various options. That is always in your power, whether to turn left or right, whether to go forward or backward. You always have some kind of option to choose. Epictetus reminds us that our ability to use reason and to make logical choices is that thing that separates us from the rest of nature, and that when we're making our choices, we have to keep our own nature in mind. So there's human nature, like Massimo discussed a little bit last week, and then there's your own individual nature. Who are you? Are you a daughter, a son, a parent, a brother, a sister, a boss? Who are you? And you have to make choices that fit your station in life, that are logical for who you are. Not just that you're a human being, but your role within humanity as a whole. The Enchiridion by Epictetus, Book 2, Chapter 10, How We May Discover the Duties of Life from Names. Consider who you are. In the first place, you are a man, and this is one who has nothing superior to the faculty of the will, but all other things subjected to it, and the faculty itself he possesses unenslaved and free from subjection. Consider then from what things you have been separated by reason. You have been separated from wild beasts. You have been separated from domestic animals. Further, you are a citizen of the world and a part of it, and not one of the subservient parts, but one of the principal parts. For you are capable of comprehending the divine administration and of considering the connection of things. According to Epictetus, our ability to choose is the most important ability that we have. No matter what circumstances fate throws at us, we will have choices to make. If we are not taken aback by turns of events, if we are not frustrated or angry or fearful, and if we truly take into consideration what is and what is not in our power, then we can make clear-headed decisions, whether in prison, exile, our deathbed, or even if we have just won the lottery. We will have choices to make. We can choose how to judge, how to respond. We can choose whether to lament or to smile, whether to do nothing or act, knowing full well that the outcomes of our actions are not in our power. The things in our lives are indifferent, but the choices we make, the actions we take regarding them are anything but indifferent. These choices are the realm where good and evil truly abide. So what practice could we implement this week to help focus our mind on this power of choice? Here's a suggestion. Every half hour, maybe every hour, pause and ask yourself, what am I reacting to right now? Am I treating it according to its value? Is the thing I'm spending time on actually valuable, or is it meaningless? Which choices are actually available to me in this circumstance? Which ones are good, and which ones are actually evil? Remind yourself not to fret about things indifferent, but to focus only on your internal good, the choices that you can make the best choices that you can, and remind yourself that the outcome is fate permitting. By doing this, we can become more accustomed to being happy with our ability to choose, rather than being worried about the complexity of life and the chaos around us. Have a great week, and Carpe Diem.
Thank you for listening to the Sunday Stoic. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and review the Sunday Stoic on iTunes. Become a member of the Sunday Stoic team, earn rewards, and be an integral part of the show by becoming a patron at www.patreon.com/SundayStoic. Contact the show by emailing sundaystoic@gmail.com or by leaving a voicemail at 501-503-3132. To find out more, visit www.sundaystoicpodcast.com. And as Steve always says, Carpe Diem.